The payroll tab of the job is used only when you want to link it to QuickBooks and only when you want to override the wages paid to employees when working on this job. Most of your jobs are going to look like this. I've got, for example, Henderson Front Landscape. The Henderson job is an install job. So when my payroll type is set to the job type default, it's simply going to go see the payroll codes that have been assigned to installation jobs and use those to pay employees. For most of your jobs, you're really not going to need to change this at all. However, on some jobs, for instance, a job that pays prevailing wages for a city work, you may be able to set a specific wage rate system for your employees based on work on that specific job. So for example, I'm doing a splash pad here for the city of Dundas. Let's say, for example, this job pays prevailing wages. What we can do is we can go to payroll and we can set the hourly wages and the overtime wages and the salary to prevailing wage rates. What this will do is when it exports time for this job to QuickBooks, it will tell QuickBooks to use the prevailing wage payroll items for your employees' paychecks for every hour worked on this job. That way, instead of paying your employees their normal hourly rate for work on this job, it's going to override it using whatever rate you've set for prevailing wage payroll items for that employee. So any employee working on this job has to, in QuickBooks, have payroll items set to wages for prevailing wages, but you can set that up. For example, Mary here has a prevailing wage hourly rate of $36 an hour and an overtime prevailing wage of $54 an hour when she works on prevailing wage work. Now, because she has these payroll items set up in her employee account in QuickBooks, and she has rates here, whenever Mary works on the City of Dundas Splash Pad project, instead of using her normal wages, it's going to use those prevailing wage payroll items to pay Mary for the hours that she works on this job alone.